10 steps to lower triglycerides. Many of the same things you do to improve your overall health can dramatically lower your triglycerides. Lifestyle changes, such as modifying your diet and losing weight, can potentially cut your triglyceride levels in half. 1. Lose weight. If you're overweight, losing 5 to 10% of your body weight, just 10 to 20 pounds for someone who weighs 200 pounds, will reduce your triglycerides by about 20%. 2. Cut the sugar. Individuals whose added sugar intake is less than 10% of daily calories have the lowest triglyceride levels. The AHA recommends that only 5% of your daily calories come from added sugars. That means no more than 150 grams, 9 teaspoons, for men and 100 grams, 6 teaspoons, for women per day. Because the biggest sources of sugar in the American diet are soda and other sugar-sweetened beverages, one way to restrict your sugar intake is to drink no more than 3 12-ounce cans a week. 3. Stock up on fiber. Instead of consuming sugar and other refined carbohydrates, focus on more fiber-rich foods, such as vegetables, fruits and whole grains. 4. Limit fructose. Studies have found that consuming too much fructose, a type of sugar, leads to high triglycerides. High fructose corn syrup is a major source of fructose. Because regular table sugar contains about the same amount of fructose as high fructose corn syrup, 50% versus 42 to 55%, you'll need to limit both in order to lower your triglycerides. You can determine whether a food contains sugar or high fructose corn syrup by reading the ingredients list. Even the fructose that's found naturally in fruit can increase triglycerides, so if you have high triglycerides you should watch the types of fruit you eat. Dried fruits, such as raisins and dates, have the most fructose, whereas peaches, cantaloupe, grapefruit, strawberries and bananas are relatively low in fructose. To reduce your triglycerides, limit the total amount of fructose you consume to less than 100 grams per day, preferably less than 50. To learn about the fructose content of specific foods, visit the USDA nutrient database at www.nl.usda.gov/fmic/food-search. 5. Eat a moderately low-fat diet. You may be surprised to learn that diets that are very low in fat are not as effective at lowering triglycerides as diets moderately low in fat. The AHA recommends that people with high triglycerides get about 25 to 35% of their daily calories from fat. That's only slightly lower than the average American diet, which is about 37%. Replacing your regular dairy products with those marked low-fat may help lower your triglyceride levels. How do you know whether you're getting the right amount of fat? For someone who eats 2,000 calories a day, 30% is 600 calories. At 9 calories a gram, that's about 67 grams of fat a day. You can learn the number of grams in a single serving of packaged food by reading the nutrition facts label. 6. Watch the type of fat you eat. Cut back on saturated fats, which are found in red meat, poultry fat, butter, cheese, milk, and coconut and palm oils, and keep trans fats, found in shortening and stick margarine, to a minimum. Replace trans fats with healthier polyunsaturated and monounsaturated fats. Examples of polyunsaturated fats include safflower, corn and soybean oils. Examples of monounsaturated fats include canola and olive oils. Although unsaturated fats are better for you in terms of cholesterol and triglyceride counts, they're high in calories, so go gentle on the amount you cook with or you may gain weight. 7. Add omega-3 fatty acids. Fatty fish such as salmon, herring, sardines, lake trout and albacore tuna are abundant in omega-3 fatty acids, a type of fat that is actually good for you. To reap the benefits, the AHA recommends that you eat fatty fish at least twice a week. If you already have high triglycerides, you can take omega-3 capsules to supply the extra boost that food alone can't provide. The capsules must be taken under your doctor's supervision, as too much omega-3 can interfere with your blood clotting ability. 8. Exercise. If you have high triglycerides, getting at least 30 minutes of moderate intensity physical activity most days of the week may lower your triglyceride levels. Exercise is also an important part of keeping your weight under control. 9. Limit alcohol. Some studies have linked even small amounts of alcohol to modest increases in triglycerides, although others have found no association at all. The AHA recommends that people with very high triglycerides avoid alcohol entirely. 10. Take triglyceride-lowering drugs. If your triglycerides are very high, 500 mg/dl or above, your doctor might recommend a medication shown to lower triglycerides, such as fibrates, niacin, omega-3s. A prescription form called Lobeza is approved for lowering triglycerides, or statins. But lowering triglycerides with medication alone has never been shown to reduce the risk of heart attack or stroke, so be sure to watch your diet and continue exercising as well. Getting tested. If you're healthy, your doctor will perform a simple blood test every 5 years to measure your levels of cholesterol and triglycerides. You may need more frequent testing if you're at high risk for heart attack or stroke. Doctors have traditionally required that you fast the night before the test. According to the AHA statement, you may no longer have to do that. However, if your test results show triglyceride levels of 200 mg/dl or higher, you'll need to be tested again, and you'll need to fast first. If your fasting triglycerides are 150 mg/dl or higher, the message is clear: it's time to start eating better and exercising more. Natural beet-based remedies. Something important that this juice has. Beetroot juice contains many vitamins such as B1, B2, B6, C, antioxidants, folic acid, and also minerals like phosphorus, potassium, calcium, magnesium, zinc, sodium and iron. This large vegetable, beet, has properties that are very strong against cancer. By the amino acid, called betaine, is confirmed by numerous studies that can destroy the cells in the tumor tissue. Although there is something important that this juice has, it destroys the cancer cells in the short term. More than 50,000 people with cancer and other diseases that are not curable have experienced the benefits of this special juice, and have obtained the result they are looking for. This juice is in a beet-based remedies with the main ingredient like a beet. During the time that this regimen lasts, its health will improve, but the cancerous cells will starve, and after the given term you will see the results of this fabulous juice. Ingredients: from 2 to 3 beets, 2 stems of celery, root, 1 carrots, 1 potatoes, 2 radishes. Preparation. What you need to do is mix the ingredients, and you can start the treatment. It is recommended to take 2 times a day. Properties and benefits of beets for cancer. The properties of the beet are medicinal, and especially the red beet is the one that houses more of these healing properties. The red beet is the most used in the kitchen, while the white one is usually used for the extraction of sugar for animal feed. To take advantage of the properties of the beet, it is recommended to consume it raw with the salads, since cooking takes away many of its nutritious properties. The benefits of red beet for cancer are excellent, thanks to its flavonoid content, most notably its red pigment, betaine. Harnessing the properties of beets along with other organic vegetables such as onions, lettuces, cucumbers, carrots etc., helps us to maintain a purified organism, and therefore to prevent cancer with greater success. Beet is good for cancer, but also has more beneficial properties, such as helping to prevent accidents and cardiovascular diseases, which is due to its content in folates. The rejuvenating properties of beets are due to the rich content of folic acid, which actively participates in the production of red blood cells, and in the formation of new cells. More properties of the beet are its mineralizing power for the organisms, and to contain thanks also to the folates, good contents of iron, making this food is very advisable to consume in pregnant women, or who are going through their period of menstruation. It is important to note that the great content of beets in folic acid helps a great deal to avoid malformations of the fetus in pregnant women. It is also a very digestive food, containing fiber that helps prevent constipation and stomach upsets. It is good for reducing bad cholesterol levels, and at the same time helps us to raise the level of good. The properties of beets for skin treatment and skin diseases are also known. Beet is native to North Africa, coastal areas of Europe and Asia from Turkey to India, although it is grown in many countries. There are studies in both humans and animals, which have shown that regular consumption of beets helps prevent the onset of cancerous tumors. The properties of beets for cancer are very good due, on the one hand, to their content in flavonoids, but in addition, beets contain a lot of both soluble and insoluble fiber, and help keep blood sugar at bay. At the same, it decreases the rate of the bad cholesterol in blood, but in addition, the anthocyanins are powerful antioxidants which help us to protect ourselves from the action of free radicals. Low levels of antioxidants in the body are one of the risk factors for cancer and degenerative diseases. We also have to talk, of course, that beets are alkalizing, and that is another point to keep in mind, since alkaline foods are what we should consume if we want to avoid cancer and cure it.